We all know the American classic, but today I'm in Spain for a completely reimagined, deconstructed version of the burger. I'm Devia Gugnani here at Castillo Del Bosque La Zoreda in Oviedo, Asturias, Spain. So let's go behind the burner and meet the chef. So I'm here with Chef Vicente Suarez. Vicente, what are you going to make for us?
Una hamburguesa de pato con cebolla roja, ensalada y pan.
So we're making a duck burger. So let's get started.
Primero tenemos la carne picada del pato.
So this is the duck meat that we're putting in the bowl.
A continuación pondremos a remojo el pan en leche.
So we take the bread and put it in milk because it softens it. Yep, and then we're just putting in the onions. Yep, and that's an egg yolk. And that was the parsley. Now that the bread is ready, we're just gonna kind of squeeze it like a sponge and get all of that excess liquid and moisture out of there. What you're gonna do is mix it up and form the patties. You wanna incorporate all the ingredients. So what you need to do is that after you've mixed all the ingredients and they're incorporated, you want them to sit for about 5 minutes so they kind of meld together before you form the patties. And I think we're ready for patties. So we're ready to form the patties. Nice and round. Stick it in the mold. And this is a great thing to do at home. If you don't have a round mold, you can always use a can of tuna fish or something. But a nice trick is to take a little bit of olive oil and just put it inside the mold and kind of swoosh it around so the meat doesn't actually stick to the mold. So I'm gonna do that here. I'm gonna stick this in here, pat it in a little bit, and get it out. There we go, we've got our patties. So this is a typical Asturian bread that they put around hamburgers, and it comes from corn flour, white flour, salt, and water. We start with the corn flour, then add the white flour, salt, a little water, and you're gonna mix that up. It's got that really beautiful yellow color. So we're gonna leave this for about 15 minutes on its own. So we're about to form our patties for our hamburger, which is really a typical Asturian bread. And we're taking some Saran wrap and just putting it on the counter. And then take our dough, put it down. The great trick with the Saran wrap is that it's a great trick for the kitchen when you're ever doing any sort of dough and you don't want it to actually stick to the surface. Roll it out. Makes rolling a lot easier too. So we want to get that nice round circular shape to go with our duck patty, and we just cut around the edges and take the center round. So we're actually going to take our pan, which is our bread, and our patty for our duck burger, and we're going to leave it in the fridge for about 15 minutes because the dough will get chilled and it'll come together much better. So we actually deep fried our Asturian bread so it's nice and puffy. And then we took our duck burgers and we sauteed them about 2 to 3 minutes on each side to give them that golden brown color. And now it's time to plate. The first thing we're gonna do is to take the salad and put it in the mold, a little bit of avocado. Yep, so pimiento peppers. A little bit of vinaigrette. Dress up the salad. Now we put it back on our plate. And it holds its shape a little bit. And what he's doing is he's actually injecting the ketchup into the bread. Ketchup injected bread. And so we take our hamburgers. They've been resting for just a minute or two because you want all those juices to seal in. You don't want them to run out of the meat. So now it's time for the onions. The hot red onions that we've caramelized a little bit. And this cheese is actually a local Asturian Spanish cheese. And so now we're ready to eat. So the flavors in here are really a nice mix. It's kind of the meatiness of the duck, which is very juicy. Duck is always, a little bit more juicy than hamburger. And it has a sweet onion as well, and you get that bit of the cheese. ¿Los sabores?
La carne del pato es muy tierna, muy sabrosa.
It's very flavorful, the duck. So no burger is complete without a drink. So we're gonna have a little bit of wine as well. that I'm gonna pour for you. And this is a mix of 5 grapes, both Spanish and international. And it's La Ninota, and it's a 2006 Pruriat. And we are gonna enjoy it with our duck burger. Perfect complement. Salud.
Salud.
For the recipe, Q&A, photos, and more, visit BehindTheBurner.com. Stay tuned to Behind the Burner, where we give you the tips, tricks, and techniques that are lighting the culinary world on fire.